Yo, what's up guys, Anubhav here. Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. In today's video, we're checking out 5 must-have Android applications that I recently discovered, and these are applications that you should really give a shot because they will improve your productivity or your Android experience a whole lot better. So with that said, it's just 5 apps, gonna be a quick video, a brief video. So without any further ado, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. Alright guys, so the first application on the list goes by the name of Notagenda, and this is probably the most in-depth note-taking application that I have ever come across. Now I have featured and spoken about Notagenda before, but right now they've had a pretty huge update because of which there have been a lot of new added features, which is why I wanted to talk about this application again. So Notagenda is not your typical note-taking application. First of all, once you open up the app, you can see that it has a more retro look to it, so it looks like it's a serious note-taking application, not an app that's trying to look pretty, but an application that's actually really functional. So first of all, you have the plus button right here. If you click over here, you can either create a plain note, a task note which acts more like a task list, or a calculation note. Now calculation notes are really cool, and let me show you how they basically work. So let me just add a title to the note. I'm gonna call this test, and after that you can add and basically create budgets and manage your budget and do everything within this one place. So what you can do is add numbers. For example, 85, we say 85 over here, then we add the plus icon, then we had 30, then we add 50, whatever you have to. And whenever you're done, all you have to do is click on the equals button. Then you can add labels over here to all the different sections and basically just create a note just like that. Now if you go back, you can either cancel it or hit on OK to hit on save it, and now it is going to pop up on your all notes tab, which is basically the main homepage. So whenever you have to copy lots of information, all you have to do is open up a video that you were watching where you want to save the information from. Hit on the share button, scroll all the way till you see the Notagenda button with the copy bag option, and just hit on that. Then you can copy whatever it is that you want from your copy bag, and you can also copy and paste this inside any note in Notagenda, which I think is really cool. So for example, if I open up a note and if I, let's say, want to add something new to it inside a task note or a plain note, I can hit on my copy bag, go over here, select whatever it is that I want to paste, hit on paste, and it will be pasted to the note. And that is how you can quickly store information with ease, and it works really well. So this is something that you guys can look into. There's also a Google Lens icon which you can use to copy text directly from the camera, but you will need the Google Lens application for that. And yeah, it just works seamlessly well, and I would highly recommend it. You can also open up different views, so you can sort your tasks whether from a calendar view or from something like your normal view that you have, the task list view over here. And yeah, honestly, if you're looking for a note-taking application and you want something that isn't your regular note-taking application, you want something that is more in-depth, something that works a lot well compared to normal note-taking applications, I think Notagenda is the way to go. Be sure to check it out. They will be linked below, and yeah, I would highly recommend everybody to go and check it out. With that said guys, the next application on the list goes by the name of Smarthertz, and this is a really cool application that I recently came across. It works on non-rooted devices. I guess it would work the best on devices running Oxygen OS, so that would be your OnePlus devices and also devices that have root access enabled. But don't worry, that's not a prerequisite. For example, I'm using a Samsung running One UI, and my phone is not rooted and the application still works. So the idea of Smarthertz is to force your own refresh rate on other applications. So if you want certain apps to run at a particular refresh rate or not, you can select it app by application and also go to different categories. So for example, let's say whenever I open Chrome, I want to be browsing at 120 Hz all the time. So all I have to do is click on 120 Hz, and now whenever I open Chrome, the application is going to force Chrome to always run at a high refresh rate, which I think is really cool, because sometimes with these adaptive refresh rate phones, apps may glitch out and come in to high refresh or go out from there from time to time. But this is an application that you can use to effectively force that. If your phone is rooted, it's going to be super simple. If not, I'll also leave a link to this Chrome web page from GitHub, and basically you have to enable USB debugging and add an ADB shell command. It is super simple. I promise it's not anything very complicated that you guys can't figure out by yourselves, but yeah, there's a tutorial just in case, so you guys can check that out as well. With that said, app number 3 is a really informative and and super nice, book reading application called Uptime. Now, basically the idea of this app is that it takes all the best-selling books, all the books that are very well received by readers all over the world, and concises their information into bite-sized content. So there have been a lot of apps like this lately, but this is actually an app which is really, really cool. So as you can see, as soon as you open up the application, there are different categories. So there are books that are for you depending upon the categories that you select when you log into the app on the first time. There are different trending topics and all of that. You can also browse for a particular book or by topic, etc., etc. And the way this application works is that, let's say you select the book called The 5 AM Club by Robin Sharma. What you can do from here is go ahead and tap on the right or on the left to view the most important things that have been shared in this book in a nutshell. So the app is really, really cool because you don't really have to buy a book and read it in order to get the gist of it. So it's a great way to know what a book is about without really putting a lot of time in case you're really busy and you don't have the time to put into reading an entire book. This is something that you can do, and yeah, it is really cool. There are a lot of options over here. You'll find videos as well. You can go ahead and save this. You can change the speed as well and all of that. And there's a premium plan that I would recommend if you find yourself using this application a lot, because hey, if you're a person who's reading a lot and instead of going and paying for books separately, this is a great application that you can pay for a subscription and keep getting all the information that you want directly from your phone and also save time while you're at it. This is a great app. I'll be using this for quite some time now, so be sure to check out Uptime. It'll be linked in the description below. Alright guys, next up we've got a pretty nice mental health application called Fabulous. Fabulous is an application that will let you create your own journey and basically help you reduce anxiety and whatnot. I'm actually planning a video on the best applications that you guys can download in order for you to reduce your anxiety and for your mental health well-being and all that. So that's going to be a topic that I'm going to be touching on a week later, but for today's video this is an application that I would like to share. So basically the application works in this way. You create your own circle and you can talk about and create your own routines with other people. So for example, this is your first circle. You can add different people. The app basically creates a journey for you. So it's going to be a self-help journey where you'll start off at a certain level. You'll talk about the problems that you have, and overall really can't explain what this application does, because the first thing that you do is talk about some things that are very personal to you, and the app generates routines based on what you have said to the application during the introduction. And yeah, every routine is going to be different. The morning routine thing has been currently set up. I've just opened the app and set up the normal routine. So it's going to give you different tasks, like as you can see, drink water 3 times as soon as you wake up, and it's going to talk about different types of benefits that you're going to have, and it's going to talk about the different things that you can do to help you have a more healthy mental state and reduce anxiety. And this is an application that can help a lot of people who are actually in need. So if you're looking for an application like this, I think Fabulous is a great way to start. Good animations, great UI, and yeah, does what it says. So be sure to check it out. With that said guys, last but definitely not the least, we have a really cool application called Inware. If you have been curious about what is there in your Android device and what are the different kinds of hardware or software specs you're running on, but don't want to go to your settings and browse through software information as well as hardware information and read a bunch of stuff that you don't understand, this is an application for you. First off, major props on the UI. The app looks really cool and really concise. I really like the way it looks, and most importantly, there are different categories depending on the different topics that you want to find out more information about. So there is system, there's device, there's hardware, memory. Clicking on any one of them, for example device, is going to show you all the information about your phone, the brand, the manufacturer, the model number, the display, the resolution, the screen size, the aspect ratio, the frame rate, different features, whether you have HDR or not, the pixel density, etc., etc. You can view your hardware information, so what sort of chipset you're running on, how many cores are there, how many clusters are there, what's the usage currently of all the clusters, the CPU usage, etc. You can also view your camera information, the different front camera megapixel sizes, the apertures. Basically basically, if you want to know more about the phone that you're currently using, Upware is a great application to get started into all of this. And yeah, I would highly recommend it to all of you watching. With that said, guys, this was 5 applications that are totally must have right now. Think about it. One application for your notes, one application to control high refresh rate on apps, one application to keep you informative, one application for your mental health well-being, and one application that tells you about everything that you have running inside your phone for you to make it usable. If you're interested in all of these applications, I'm sure you will like this list. With that said, this is Anubhav signing out. I'll catch you guys next time. We'll be back with a brand new video soon. So yeah, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, make sure you turn on all notifications. Again, we are super close to 250k. Major congratulations to you guys and to myself in advance before we hit it. With that said, I'll be back with a new video soon. Until then, you guys have a great day. Stay safe. Peace out.